a girl maturing into a woman. Triss showed up and found out that Ciri had her first period a couple months ago and had been having them and was having difficulty adapting to the training while having her period. Because the Witchers didn't notice it and didn't notice that she was having difficulties during certain times of the month until Triss told her how to deal with it, helped her deal with it, and then gave her a dress so she could tell the boys that she was indisposed and then gave them a royal reaming out. Triss basically scolded all of them for being blockheads.
It was after her time training at Kaer Morhen, after the moment when Yennefer first called Ciri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygga Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood. It was the first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
These memories, they're intense. Do you wish to continue?
And that's a reference to
I have more to say.
rescuing Yennefer. In the efforts to rescue Ciri, Geralt basically traveled like halfway around the world, or around, I guess, this continent, and into Nilfgaard, looking for her after a sorcerer had supposedly, he thought, had kidnapped her, but Ciri had used her temporal powers to go to other worlds, and Yennefer had, in her attempts to track Ciri down, had gotten caught by this sorcerer attempting to capture Ciri. And then he was essentially trying to use Yennefer to bait Ciri into coming to him. And I mean, he used torture and it was brutal. I think it was described as her having completely bloodied hands and scabbed over hands. And it did eventually work, and Ciri showed up after figuring out how to actually use her powers and attempted to rescue Yennefer on her own because she also thought Geralt was there. But Geralt was, as always, a couple steps behind like he is now, and actually showed up later while the place was being flipped upside down with Ciri and Yennefer's attempted escapes and rescues. And then the last event that they were talking about, where they were fighting down a bloody staircase, it was essentially fighting down against a squad of men that had been chasing Ciri and Geralt through different places at different times, and just having two Witchers, one Geralt and one Ciri, who were both Witchers and Witcher trained, walking down a staircase and cutting anyone who attempted to attack them down, and walking shoulder to shoulder, just slaughtering everyone, as the stairs were then running red with blood.
It was in Rivia. The second war with Nilfgaard had just ended. There was still tension in the air. For gods know what reason, race riots erupted in the town. I tried to do something, but couldn't stop a riled crowd. A boy with a pitchfork. He ran it right through my gut. Yennefer lay dying as well. Ciri had us carried onto a boat. We sailed to a place where apple trees bloom eternal. She left us there. That was the last time I saw her.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
So yeah, that last part was a reference to, as he said, how he died and how Ciri saved them and left them essentially in a place of heaven, but they weren't dead, which And I believe it was stated in the last game where Yennefer or Geralt had to leave and were drawn away, or the Wild Hunt showed up and it was the Wild Hunt showed up in the place and took Yennefer. So then Geralt left, chasing Yennefer. And then the Witcher games began. So in that process of leaving and following the Wild Hunt, he gained amnesia, and so did she. Against apparently being by them has a very high likelihood of causing the individual amnesia. Makes for better slaves. But if I call her the Lady of Space and Time, she'll probably understand it's the Elder Blood anyway. Yeah, sure, why not?
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Falker. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the Firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
Know when a legend transforms into prophecy? When it gains believers. I think you're right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
Yes.
Yeah, there's something else.
She had trouble controlling the
I
powers.
remember Ciri having trouble controlling her abilities. Yennefer tried to teach her to cast simple spells, and Ciri destroyed a shed near the temple where they were. Really upset her, but it was just an old shed. I know it took her a while to gain control, and frankly, I doubt she controls her abilities fully to this day.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
Sure, why not? Give her all the
there's something
information.
else. They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time. Once I asked Yennefer why. She travels between worlds. Turns out I don't know how to talk about it. Didn't really understand much of what Yen told me. I just know there's more to it than traveling to different places, and that Ciri carries immense power in her blood.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her. But your tone, the emotions you so carefully conceal.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable and try to relax. You must take my hand and talk of Ciri. Tell me where you think she might be. Who could be at her side?
If Ciri couldn't find me, I'm sure she would have looked for another friend.
Who do you mean?
Yennefer and Triss.
Yennefer wasn't in Novigrad. Triss was. But Ciri never found her. Maybe Dandelion? They liked each other a lot.
And you're going to knit while doing this? Okay. So are you essentially letting me borrow your powers? That's a swallow. Ciri's Ciriel in Elvish, or in this world, Elvish means literally swallow. So, Ciri was with Dandelion? Doing something, but the vision isn't perfect.
Dreamt of a swallow at first. After that, just nightmares.
At times the dreams can multiply. Show the past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Ciri. She contacted Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
The poet. Heard about him. Someone left him the rosemary and thyme in their will.
Rosemary and Thyme? At an inn?
The Rosemary and Thyme? Where's that?
As you enter the city through the red light district, you come upon a bridge. The Rosemary is just past it.
Dandelion inherited a brothel?
So I've heard.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope you find your Ciri.
Is there a reason you're standing on your chair? Is there a reason the door just opened on its own? What's going on? Is this place haunted? Why do you have this weird painting? That's a creepy painting. Door closed. Oh, the lady.
Yes?
Okay. I'm gonna go now. Bye. This place is creeping me out. I'm out of here. So I happen to know precisely where this brothel of dandelions is. So, believe this should be the red light district. Oh, really? Really? You're gonna bring up the Fultus thing? I didn't kill him. Get out. Yeah, strumpets. So, whores. Quite literally whores. As that exposition showed. So this is the red light district. They're just called strumpets here. Or in this game, Glory Lane. Oh. Get. Get. So, Dandelion's brothel is over here. Should be, so this is the bridge she was talking about. That should be right here. Should be this one.
I'll never come back, you stinking scadges.
Aw, it's Zoltan.
Don't give a flying fuck what you wanted. Get!
Oh! He's kicking people out.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth.
Squatters, huh?
Get out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Yeah. Get the piss out of here. Get out.
Reminds me of our days of war.
Yeah, almost like we never left Bergen.
Boop. There we go. And down you go.
I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
Not worry. Looking for Ciri.
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Okay, where's Dandelion?
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. I'm expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale. And what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Have no clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Okay. So look for things to discover what happened to Dandelion. I'm assuming he said something to the wrong person or screwed the wrong person's wife.
Ha! A note from a grateful muse.
Because
Reading someone else's letters.
he does that a lot.
My visage red and hot. I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar.
Letter from Fran. When will you return to Staris? I hope it will be soon, for I miss you terribly. Waiting to see you again literally pains me. If you are to come, send me a message beforehand. I'll ask my mistress for a day off. Yeah. So, standard playboy, bard kind of character. That's the last game as well. Letter from a female admirer. The thrust of your hypnotic gaze left my visage red and hot. The whole world suddenly sent... Yeah. Not reading the rest of that. Oh. Apparently I found something.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry. 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Really?
It's his planner.
Dandelion doesn't plan.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
That could help. I mean...
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Yeah, it's in verse. Why not? Of course it's in verse. Dandelion would always write everything in verse. No, not that.
This the loot he got from the elves of Dol Blathanna.
Aye. Must have been in a great rush to leave it behind.
So yeah, at one point during their adventures, Dandelion lost his loot. And later on in the adventures with Geralt, they ran into a group of elves. And Dandelion moved them to such a degree that they actually gifted him an elvish lute made of such craftsmanship that Dandelion wept because he was deserving of it.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
Probably another love letter. Yep. It's probably what?
The faculty of Oxenford University is honored to grant Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Letenove, the title of Master of the Seven Liberal Arts.
Keep forgetting he's got that damn full name.
So yeah, it's quite famous and quite well connected. Oh, that's right. This is the local place I can.
Annual balladry contest. Silver Laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Venerable themselves did the honours, and the feast afterwards to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught a swine to yodel, and I... another time.
Dandelion is very famous. Part of it is because of fact of Geralt. Wrote ballads. Read Dandelion's planner. Wrote ballads about Geralt's adventures. Dandelion's planner. Oh, where is Dandelion's planner? Books. Need a book, please. There's the books. Wild Hunt, Sword of the Witcher's angrily scrawled notes. Yep. I don't think this is it either. Oh, inventory it is. It's right here, isn't it? Yep. Rosa var atre, like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into Huma's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility, to swing her dwarf with agility, a charming garden enclosed villa in Gildorf. Can't help himself but write in prose. Molly, though well she knows the touch of silk and lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace. Gildorf, villa next to the morgue. Thus Pula, though timid in looks, no adventure did skip her. My heart melts when she asks, ever had a big dipper? Far corners laundry near the mouth of the Pontar. Arabella, though her cries are divine when behind closed doors, standing on stage her squawks are drowned by snores. The bits near Pauper Square. Yeah, so Geralt, or not, Dandelion, he is a womanizer. He has no specific real tastes other than women that interest him. So it doesn't matter if you're highborn or lowborn, like this one is. Marabella is from the Bits, the poor section of town, where I think Gildorf is the richest portion of town. Lie Hall, figure most rare, her niche, duel. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Tailor's shop across from the tannery. And he is essentially had relations with, as high as I know of, the Duchess of Toussaint, essentially the leader of the Countess of Toussaint, which is the ruling person of that place. And as low as just like a scullery maid. But I think that is where I shall leave it for this week. We'll leave it on the quest for next time. We'll be tracking down Dandelion's lovers and trying to find his Dandelion himself. As try to find him so we can try and find Ciri. What a tangled weave we have woven. But I shall definitely hope you all have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful time and a wonderful evening. And I shall see you all hopefully next time I put out a message for this. And as always, I save all of the archives to YouTube. The link for that is down below. The link for Twitter is also down below, which is where I keep all the updates for when I will stream next, as well as on this page for Twitch. And if you're joining me from YouTube, I hope to see you on the next time we stream, as the link for the Twitch page is in the description of the YouTube page, as well as my Twitter feed. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night, and thank you for joining me.